So they're on now. Could y'all hear me? D-Menace and Jay-L, y'all here?
Hey, what's going on? Definitely.
Yes.
What's
How
up? We doing good. How y'all doing?
Everybody's good.
Great. We're doing great. We're happy with the feedback from everybody.
Nice.
Definitely.
So Jay-L, you're actually in Dominican Republic right now. We international at the moment. This is crazy technology. We got D-Menace and Lawrence.
Yeah,
What'd you say? Keep going.
I took the decision of coming down to the Dominican Republic because I'm a Spanish artist, but normally I do bilingual, also do English. But right now I'm focusing a little bit more on the Spanish, like techno type of mix with a tropical blend. And right now I just created my record label. It's called Choice Records. And I'm here in promotions, and I'm doing great out here. I'm having a good time, and I'm feeling happy with everybody, even though the feedback out here is great, too.
I love it. I definitely love the, young men and women, and the whole entrepreneur thing. Big ups to that. D-Menace, you also are an entrepreneur yourself with your own record label, correct?
Well, yeah, definitely. What we have right here, we have Rod Art Entertainment. It's a basically local base. We started as an idea, and it grew basically to a pretty big local movement. So it's Rod Art Entertainment is what I rep, and that's basically what the slogan and the movement is.
Nice, good to hear that. Now, I know Jay-L, you were originally from Lawrence, correct?
Yes, I was actually born in the Dominican Republic, raised in Washington Heights for a little bit, and then I moved to Lawrence about 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh, okay. So I know Menace is also originally from the Heights. I love that, because I feel like you guys live up to that whole it's not where you're from, it's where you're at kind of mentality. I know a lot of artists who, they put on for their city, and a lot of times they got put on in a different city, and they don't really shine light on that. And I respect the fact that y'all are repping, where you at. I mean, I love that.
Definitely. We care a lot about the community, the city. This is where we at. The people embrace us, so we embrace them back. And it's just like what you said. It's where you're at, basically. So we gotta show love to the people.
Definitely. And just to give a brief, background or history on Lawrence, in the current state that it's in. Over the past about 2 or 3 years, there's been a 50% crime increase, followed by law enforcement layoffs. Currently, we have poor leadership. Our mayor, William Lantigua, is under constant scrutiny. He's facing accusations of poor money management during the city's financial crisis. And there's also been a recall petition to oust Lantigua out of office, which I know we had that first instance where we tried to get it going, and then it kind of fell through. I think they're doing it again. I'm not 100% sure.
Correct, yeah.
So they are doing it again, right? They have tried?
Yes, they're trying to do it again, and all these happening with the mayor, and the mayor also having problems with the police, with all those layouts. It has created that increase in the crime, and the only ones that are suffering are us, the people that live in Lawrence, the people that actually care about Lawrence, and we just gotta write it and try to find a way that the kids are coming up right now to see the things that are happening and try to make a difference.
Definitely. So going back to this idea of the violence increase, you guys actually put out a tribute to Lawrence called Lawrence, and it's basically, I remember, I won't forget the day that I seen this. I was on Facebook, and I follow every Lawrence artist. I'm a big, I support my city, and I support I support people making moves. They're coming from an inner city where you see a lot of people who aren't making no moves, and then you see the ones who are trying to make a difference and encouraging others to also use your talents and your knowledge to progress and to do something positive. Like, I'm a big supporter of that, and I seen the joint, y'all dropped it on Facebook, and I was like, whoa, what's this? Stop the violence. And I've been following it ever since. I think it's a great movement, and I actually personally want to thank y'all, before we get into anything else, for actually doing that, because I feel like you guys really spoke to the younger population of Lawrence and pretty much made them aware of what's going on.
Yeah, we did. Actually,
you're very welcome.
Yeah, we happy that people actually appreciate what we're doing. But when I got the idea of making the track, I remember I needed that. I was gonna do it in Spanish, but I knew that I needed that flavor in English, and I have worked with Menace before.
Yes.
So we met up in the studio and we started working on this track. Lex the Wiz, our producer, Brian from Lawrence, also a great producer.
No, Lex is amazing. Dakota. I know all about Lex's work. I've been in the studio plenty of times with Lex. He's amazing. I mean, for y'all listening,
great.
Yeah,
Facebook him.
He's a genius.
He really is.
The three of us got together in the studio. We laid this out. Then I remember that in a few weeks we were speaking and we were like, we need to do a video for this. And we called Gil Videos. That is a guy that's been doing videos for like Fat Joe, Flow Rider, The Game. He does videos for many people.
New Jersey Devil. He has a lot of people overseas. Like he be doing a lot of work.
Montana.
Wow. I know the video is official.
We did the video and we put it out. And I remember that in 3 days, the video, only on Facebook, the video had 8,000 views. And I also have a radio show in Lawrence. It's in the Spanish station. It's called El Poder de la Noche, The Power of the Night. And in a part of the song, I talk about that the guys that from the age of 15 to 20 are the ones they are killing, and the ones from 20 to 30 are the ones they are sticking people up. And 3 days after we released the video, a 15-year-old guy or 20-year-old guy killed a 20 to 30-year-old guy because it was sticking up. So it's crazy. I said something 3 days after it happened.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yep. Pretty intense subject, basically what it was. And when Jay actually reached out to me to do the song, it was kind of it was ironic the way that he was actually leaving the studio. I was coming in, and basically he had a verse written. I was actually writing a song. You know what I'm saying? And he told me to get on the record. We got on the record, and it was history. That's basically how it came about.
Wow, I have to. D-Menace. I'm gonna quote you in the song. You say, "Dude's really wildin'. What's up with the violence? Question we asking. What's up with the silence?" Do you feel? I mean, there's a large music entity in Lawrence, Mass. Do you feel that other artists should be taking more of a stance and on this violence? You know, because I mean, we all listen. I mean, if you're from Lawrence, you listen to Lawrence artists. You know, and I feel like you guys are the first and only ones to really, point out what's going on. Do you feel like other artists should be taking more responsibility, seeing as though people look up to them, and especially the younger crowd, the same crowd that are killing each other?
Definitely. I mean, it's the only way. It's the only way we could do it right. I mean, if the children are growing up listening to music, music is a way of life. To me, it's a way of life, and music should come across from all aspects. And this is an aspect part of a lifestyle that we are all living. Whether you're talking about popping bottles in the club, if you're from the hood, if you're from these streets, and if you listen to the lyrics that we've got with the message that we're bringing forth, it's something that we can all relate to. So it's definitely a responsibility as an artist to shed light on subjects that affects the community that they're all from. And this is not just Lawrence. This is the U.S. This is all over the underprivileged, wherever there's poverty. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a responsibility to do so, and this is why it intrigued me to actually do the song with Jay-L when he told me to do it. I thought the idea was great, and that's basically what my opinion on the subject is.
Nah, I feel you, and I 100% agree with you. I feel like it is the responsibility of artists to shine light on these issues. So you guys had a huge positive impact on the Lawrence community. Currently, the last time I checked, it was a couple days ago, the last time I checked, but you guys had something like 16,000 YouTube views.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's insane. And the video's only been on YouTube for like about a month now, correct?
Yep.
Yes, only in 1 month.
Wow. I mean, how do you feel about that, Jay-L? How does your family back home in DR? How are they feeling about it? They must be, super impressed. I mean, I would be. I'm extremely proud of y'all. So I know your families must be extremely proud as well.
it was something that, even though it caught me and D-Menace off guard, because we believe in this project and we knew what we were doing. But at the same time, I was not expecting what had happened, you know. People that I don't even know, people that just saw the video, they started promoting the video and, you know, showing everybody. There was people. I remember one guy in Lawrence, he came up to me and asked me if I'd seen the video of Lawrence. And it was funny because I told him, show me the video. And then he noticed that it was me. So it's been crazy. My family is super happy. I know D-Menace family has to be very proud of him, of the job that he's been doing throughout all these years and with his project. And I don't have words to say thank you, because it was Lawrence that did this. When people ask me how do we got inspired, and the same thing that I tell everybody is that if you grab a microphone and you put it in a barbershop, in a grocery store, you're going to hear the same thing. The only thing is that our words rhyme. That's the only thing.
No, I hear you. Menace, I know after you guys, you know, after the song came out and the video dropped, you guys give somewhat of a tribute, or a shout out, I should say, to Timothy Walker. And for y'all who don't know, this was Timothy Walker was murdered in Lawrence back in 2010. It was a summer night. He was sitting on his porch and he ended up getting gunned down. It was a huge thing in Lawrence, just because it was just, you know, summer night. It was so close to home. I mean, I literally lived 2 streets away. I will never forget that night. It was a crazy night. You know what I mean? And I know Denise Murray, his mother, contacted you after she heard the song and expressed, you know, how thankful she was. I actually bumped into her. I work at a local gym back in Lawrence, and she works out there. And I bumped into her, and she you know, she came up to me and she's like, "Oh, I'm so thankful for Jay-L and D-Menace for what they did." How does that feel? How did it feel when she, you know, contacted you and told you how she felt?
Well, I mean, it's basically the words to say how it felt is pretty much speaks for itself. It was basically something out of this world, because, like Jay-L said, we didn't expect the success from the video, and then to actually see somebody who was really actually affected in real life with the subject that we're speaking of, to be gracious for it. I mean, that's basically. I could have just, that could have been it for me right there, because that's exactly what I was trying to do. That's exactly the message that we were trying to bring forward. So that right there is like a grand prize within itself, that she actually admired us to do this. And she's a very strong woman, and that's basically what it is, man.
Yeah, she definitely is a strong woman. I mean, that's a lot. The amount of attention that his death got and that she had to kind of deal with, you know, I mean, she's bombarded with a whole bunch of people. It's a constant reminder, you know, but she really handles it in a very strong way. And I know she told me briefly that she's starting a foundation in regards to Timothy's death. I don't know too much about it. Do y'all know anything about it?
Well, I've kept up with the news coverages and all that, and she was recently in the paper, the news, with the same billboard that she put up that was in the video for her son, and she was speaking about it. I haven't really seen further details about it, but I know it's in the works, and if she, I'm sure Jay-L also, if she needs any help and us to be part of it in any way, I'm sure we will definitely lend a hand.
Definitely.
In any way we can help, so, you know.
Yeah. So, Jay-L, you guys last week was the last Friday actually was the last day of 50 Cent's "Are You a Street King" competition, where you guys came in second place, correct?
Yes, we came in second place, and that was something that also caught me off guard, because when D-Menace told me about this contest, he told me 50 Cent has a contest right now that whoever is doing something positive with their time, with themselves, can upload their video and win a grand prize, this, that, and the third. And I was like, okay, we can get in that, but I was not thinking that we were 3 weeks late. And I was not thinking that we were going to end up second place. And then when everybody started voting and everybody started promoting to vote, and when I remember I was working when Menace called me and he told me, "Jay, we ended up second place." I didn't believe him. I had to go online and check, And then I found out, and I noticed that the guy who won first place, it was a short film producer from Hollywood. And I was like, it's okay. I feel like I won first place. And this is something that really makes us feel very proud of our work, because being recognized from 50 Cent, a rapper that is one of the biggest rappers right now in the game, it makes us feel very happy and very proud, and it makes us even more happy to know that we got recognized for something that we were doing for our city.
Definitely. I was actually watching that following. I mean, I was voting every day. I was a big supporter of that, and I was definitely proud of y'all. Second place, and I know there was 300 plus contestants. So that's definitely pat yourselves on the back.
3,000.
Yo, real quick, y'all, this is Rec, one of the Trigger fam over here chilling with Chris. I just want to thank y'all both for joining us on the show today and making it work, especially calling in from the Dominican Republic and representing Lawrence. And I really appreciate what it is that you all are representing and what you all stand for. I wanted to ask you both to talk a little bit about the importance of what you all went through as young men, and who were your mentors? Because as young men, we're growing up within the culture of this music that's emphasizing the aggressiveness of what it means to be a man, and it's kind of interesting that 50 was there with this project, and that you all committed to the good work and community building that you all are doing, was recognized. And so talk a little bit about who some of your mentors were and what kept you on point in terms of doing the work that you're doing now and not just giving into the quote-unquote gangster image and stuff like that.
Well, definitely. Well, I'll start it off by basically saying I basically grew up in the inner city. I was born in Washington Heights, a few blocks from Harlem. So I grew up around mixed cultures. My influences stem from Bob Marley to bachata, which is a Spanish music instrument. I used to play the drums when I was little. My family basically they migrated from the Dominican Republic. I was born and raised in New York, raised out, and came to Lawrence at a young age. And basically, my influences is basically from Malcolm X, basically, to Tupac Shakur, one of the biggest rappers, one of the best rappers of all time in my book. And basically, that's really what I grew up on. I grew up around a lot of violence. As far as a lot of inner city kids, we grew up around seeing a lot of negative things. And one of the books I actually read growing up was Rose That Grew from Concrete. Mm-hmm. And it was actually it inspired me to have the mind state of actually if you see the negative, it doesn't mean a positive can't come out there. Like if you're from the projects, it doesn't mean you're of the project.
No doubt.
You can transform yourself and make something positive out of the negative that succumbs a lot of people, and that's basically what my energy stems from, and what influences me to keep doing this music and come around. I mean, it's cool to do music, it's cool to do party records, and it's cool to do everything, because like I said, if music is a way of life, it comes from all subjects. We're not all sad all the time.
No doubt.
We have different emotions, and different emotions will bring different music. So that's basically what my influences are growing up.
Yeah, when it comes to me, I was born in the Dominican Republic. A lot of poverty. I was raised. My family was mid class, I'll say. But then I moved to the United States. I was living in Manhattan, and over there, we all know that things are not easy. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of negative things that surround you. Then I decided to move to Lawrence, now, I would say 7 years ago, and that's when I started doing music. And my influence has always been, tropical music, merengue, bachata. And then I was introduced to the words, hip-hop. When I was like around 12 years old, I started listening to a lot of hip-hop. And I like D-Menace, Tupac, Biggie. And at the same time, I always knew since I was young that I wanted to make a difference, be somebody to be recognized for something positive. And since I was in high school, you know, I went to high school in Lawrence, and a lot of violence, a lot of negative things around me. But still, I decided to go to college. I went to college, and I graduated from business administration with honors. So I put something in my head, and I just went right through it. And it's the same thing with this music business. It's tough. It's not easy to come in, but I know that the only thing that you got to have in order to become whatever you want is just put your heart to it. If you want it, you got to go for it and don't look back. And that's how I feel for everything in life that I would like to accomplish and that I have accomplished. It has been with the heart, and this is something that me and Menace did with the heart, and that's how this project came out so well. And this is how it was recognized. We did it with the heart, and people loved it, and we actually appreciate it a lot.
Right.
Nice. Nothing but love. Just so y'all know, you're listening to Trigger Radio, WMUA Amherst 91.1. Just checking back in with the listeners. I really appreciate y'all, calling in and sharing your story with us. Before we wrap this up, I have a quote from one of your fans on YouTube who commented your video. Her name's Yvette 3593, and I just want to share with y'all what she said. She's a young girl, and she had some nice words to say for y'all. She says, "God bless you guys for actually taking the time out to realize what's happening in Lawrence. It's incredible how our youth is so lost. We have been praying for this city. I'm 18 myself, and being above the influence is what I promote. Good job. Keep it up. Que Dios te bendiga." And for y'all who don't know, that means God bless. God bless you. So I wanted to share that with y'all and just kind of show you the impact that you have on the youth and with this movement and what you guys are doing and with your music. And again, thank you for just everything that you're doing. I mean, you're really shining some positivity on my city, on y'all city, and on hip-hop in general. You know, like you said, there's more than one aspect of hip-hop. It's not all about partying, and as an artist, you have a responsibility to shed light on all aspects of the culture. You know, I mean, just as, you know, we're partying, we're hanging out, and we're having fun, you know, these are real issues. Violence it's real. It happens every day in the inner city life, you know. So I want to thank y'all once again for calling in.
And and real quick, I just let the listeners know where they could get more information, how they can get in touch with y'all. And we're after we get off the phone, we're gonna go into your joint, so you know we could let the listeners in on what you are producing. But real quick, just want to big you up, and you're always welcome to build with us, and we always have an open mic, and this is what we're all about. You know what I'm saying? Letting folks know that you could be revolutionary without having to be mainstream gangster. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to dance for nobody. We're just trying to make moves and build. You know what I mean?
Word to that. Word is born. That's what it is, man. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
No doubt.
So if you want to, where can our listeners find y'all at? I know y'all on Facebook, on Twitter, because I follow both y'all. I know. Just let everybody know where they can find your stuff, your mixtapes.
Okay. Well, you can find me at Jay-L Nation. That's Jay-L Nation. You can find me on Twitter and in Facebook. And next week, my webpage is going to be up as jlmusic.com, jlmusic.com. And I would like to say thank you to you guys and to the listeners for having us here and giving us the time and day to speak to everybody. And thank you for recognizing us for this project, and thank you for having us on the show.
No doubt.
Word to that. And basically, you can holler at your boy. You can follow me on Twitter at official D-Menace. It's spelled the same way with no dash, no underscores, just official D-Menace. You can get at me on the YouTube D-Menace videos. You already know what it is. And we got the Ride Out Season project coming real soon in spring. So look out for that. And just thank y'all for having us. Thank y'all for taking the time out to listen. And we're predicting real big things in the year, so just ride with the movement and stay in tune, my people.
No doubt.
You.
Well, all day. Y'all. Keep us posted. We want that music first, you know what I mean? It's all love.
Word, you will.
All right, y'all brothers, be safe.
All right, good night.
You're listening to Trigger Radio, y'all. That's what it is, 91.1 FM every Friday, 6 to 8 is how we're doing it. Big shout going out to all the listeners, you know, all the move makers, all the freedom fighters.
Yeah, definitely. Big ups to Jay-L and D-Menace for calling. I really appreciate that. I'm definitely hyped about just getting people out here familiar with Lawrence and the music. Definitely check out their pages and their music. We're going to drop the track. The official tribute to Lawrence, Stop the Violence, titled Lawrence, will be coming up soon. And thank y'all for really, tuning in. It's been a good night so far.
413-545-36